your starting lineups. First for the visiting Purple Raiders. A freshman goalkeeper from Liberty Township, Ohio, number 00, Riley Oldfield. A sophomore defender from Grafton, Wisconsin, number 3, Brianna Rapp. Senior forward from Barberton, number 4, Sarah Thomas. Freshman defender from Huntingtown, Maryland, number 6, Logan Godfrey. A junior forward from Uniontown, number 7, Madison Pepper. Sophomore midfielder from New Concord, Ohio, number 8, Molly Eubanks. Freshman defender from Akron, number 12, Tegan Johnston. A senior midfielder from Boardman, Ohio, number 15, Alana Petracci. Senior forward from New Waterford, Ohio, number 16, Cassidy Miller. A junior forward from Hilliard, Ohio, number 22, Andrea Decker. And a junior defender from Olmsted Falls, number 24, Lauren Francisconi. Head coach for Mount Union is Kelly Clark. Assistants are Ashley Freed, Dale Mitchell, and Jillian Beard. And now for your Yellow Jackets. A freshman goalkeeper from Lewis Center, Ohio, number 39, Katie Scott. A senior defender from Cincinnati, number 5, Amanda Donahue. Freshman forward from Highland, number 6, Ella Bart. Sophomore forward from North Royalton, number 7, Sydney Rice. Junior midfielder from Pickerington, number 19, Brandy Philippi. A freshman defender from Holly, New York, number 20, Kaylee Neal. Senior defender from Columbus, number 21, Anna Wenziger. Senior midfielder from Macomb, Michigan, number 25, Maddie Farrell. A senior defender from Girard, Ohio, number 31, Andrea Scatino. Senior midfielder from Niles, Ohio, number 32, Bella Regal. And a freshman forward from Blacklick, Ohio, number 37, Natalie Stewart. Head coach for Baldwin Wallace is Jim Woykin, assisted by Lex Manoa. At this time, we ask that all fans please rise and kindly remove your caps as we honor America and those who protect our freedom at home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem.
Hosting the first round of the upcoming OAC tournament that starts this next Tuesday. That's going to be on the mind of both of these programs. Good evening and welcome into George Finnie Stadium here on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University. I'm Cole McDaniel. where the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets in women's soccer, they host the Mount Union Purple Raiders with only 2 games left here in the conference schedule. Again, tonight, all the action going on in the OAC. I will keep you updated with what's happening. Again, playoff stakes on the line here, as well as then the final games of the regular season will come up on Saturday. And then, of course, we will see the tournament start on Tuesday. So these two mentioned, they're neck and neck right now. They're both right next to each other in the standings, in the middle of the pack in the conference. And the winner of tonight would have to assume, as long as they get things done and take care of business this upcoming weekend, have a great possibility of hosting in the first round. The Yellow Jackets come into this one with a 9-8 overall record. They're 4-3 in the conference, and Mount Union, the visitors here, a 9-5-1 overall record, coming in at 5-2 in the conference. We'll touch on the starting lineups in just a second, but wanted to mention, of course, those standings. Otterbein sitting at the top of the table, undefeated in the conference. Capital in second. Ohio Northern, who Mount Union will face this upcoming Saturday. Very tough final 2 games in the conference schedule for Mount Union. Ohio Northern sits at 3. Mount Union right behind Northern at 4, and then Baldwin Wallace at 5. BW's last regular season game will be against Marietta, who's playing Muskingum tonight. Both of those 2 programs still searching for their first win in conference play. As we get this one started off, the Yellow Jackets in their all-white uniforms. The brown numerals with the gold trim on the back. And Mount Union in their all-black uniforms with the purple numerals and the white trim. Clear skies and a nice evening late in the conference schedule. A little bit on the chilly side, but not much breeze down there. Not much expected to be crazy weather-wise. Again, should be pretty calm for this one this evening. Taking a look at the starting lineup for the visitors. In goal for Mount Union, 00 Riley Oldfield. Joining her in the starting lineup, number 3 Brianna Rapp. Number 4 Sarah Thomas. Number 6 Logan Godfrey. And there's a shot there and a save by Oldfield. Number 7, Madison Pepper. Number 8, Molly Eubanks. Number 12, Tegan Johnston. Number 15, Alana Petracci. Number 16, Cassidy Miller. Number 22, Andrea Decker. And number 24, Lauren Francisconi. Just working it back into the defense. An opportunity to switch over to the near side. Godfrey finds feet. Thomas, room to turn. Looking to the near side, has Pepper. Pepper, the low cross into the 6. That one's cut out and cleared away only as far as Rapp, who fires from long, and that one will sail over. An opportunity to talk about the host starting lineup for the Yellow Jackets. In goal is number 39, Katie Scott. At right back, number 21, Anna Winsinger. Right center back, number 20, Kaylee Neal. Joined with left center back, number 5, Amanda Donahue. And at left back, number 31, Andrea Scatino. The holding midfielder for the Yellow Jackets, number 19, Brandy Philippi. Joining her in the midfield, number 6, Ella Barth. As well as number 25, Maddie Farrell. And number 32, Bella Regal. Up top for the Yellow Jackets, number 7, Sydney Rice, as well as number 37, Natalie Stewart. And Rice, a name that has been mentioned all season, as she is the leading goal scorer for the team. 12 goals, as well as has 2 assists to her name. And anytime she gets a touch around the 18, again, look for her to fire on frame. This one just gets past her on that cross there from Regal cut out by Mount Union, only away as far as Philippi. Rice wins it back. Barth room to turn and finds Winsinger. We've played 4 so far here. Again, you are watching and listening live on bwyellowjackets.com, the home of all Yellow Jacket athletics. Cross in from Rice. Sat up there nearly for Stewart to get to it. Cleared away by Mount Union. Stewart gets to it. Looks for Rice. Rice gets the left foot on it. And that shot goes wide. Not able to get her hips wrapped around that. Wrap that leg around and get it on frame. Maybe took a weird hop right before it got to her. And now we have a goal kick. And just about to get started in Alliance. The Yellow Jacket men's team on the road taking on the Purple Raiders. It was senior night there. They just got through honoring all those seniors. The national anthem is playing here at the moment in that one. So they're going to be kicking off and be just about 7 or 8 minutes behind and starting at Alliance. And we'll be able to give you updates as well with what's going on with the score there in the men's game. Farrell heads it to Rice. Rice finds some space to shoot with the left foot right down the middle into the hands of Oldfield.
At Cleveland Clinic Sports Health, we understand athletes. Whether you've been injured or want to improve your performance, we have a team of experts for your needs. Call 877-440-TEAM or visit sports-health.org to learn more. Cleveland Clinic Sports Health.
Neil comes forward and wins the ball and got a lot of the ball there. A little bit questionable there on that foul. Again, really thought she came in and got most of that ball, but official said no. Blew the whistle and the free kick floated up into the box. Opportunity for Philippi to clear. She does find Rice. Rice. Numbers are up for Mount Union. Just trying to float it in the direction of Stewart. It's headed away by the Purple Raiders. A foot race here. Won by Pepper. Pepper getting by Winsinger, but the help from Neil comes over. Neil takes it off of her foot looking for Barth. Barth turns, finds Farrell in the middle. Opportunity break with Regal on the far side. Ball played forward and headed away. Donahue had one on as Pepper was giving chase and just let that run all the way back to the freshman goalkeeper, Katie Scott. And the freshmen's had a lot of action this year. The young keeper from Lure Center went to Olentangy High School, as she is currently making her 14th start on the season. Scatino wins it for the Yellow Jackets. Here's Regal with a good 15 yards of space in front of her as the Purple Raiders continue to retreat. Finds Stewart. Stewart looking for Rice on the through ball. Took an awkward bounce and actually worked out for Rice. Stewart cuts in right foot. Shot deflected away. A battle for it and the fans not happy with it. Official says play on, and Philippi lays it into the box. Just a good couple yards ahead of Farrell. Farrell not able to get on the end of it and skips to Oldfield. Every single match in the OAC and women's soccer this evening kicking off at the same identical time, 7 o'clock. We'll give you updates on those as goals continue to happen again as we're in the last week. So really crucial with playoff seeding and who's going to be in the tournament. Again, that is a little bit more of a given with who's going to be in it. It's a matter of who's going to be playing at home and who's going to be traveling on the road to start this next week. But a lot still at stakes as Wilmington at Capital this evening. Otterbein traveling to Ada at Ohio Northern. That's a big matchup to watch out for this evening. We mentioned that Muskingum and Marietta both searching for their first wins in OAC play this evening as they face off. And Heidelberg at John Carroll. Winsinger plays it back to Neil. Neil splits to Regal. Barth shielding off a clever step over and the turn. Turning on the Jets. Here on the near side, playing into the middle. And cut out by the Purple Raiders. So far in this one, it's been the Yellow Jackets that have had the majority of the possession in the final third. Whipped in a couple crosses. A few shots that haven't come off quite like the strikers have wanted.
The BW Athletic Department would like to thank its supporters, Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, BSN Sports, Nike, Barron's Bus Line, Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, Medical Mutual of Ohio, and the Oswald Company.
On the far side, some room to run. Numbers still for the Yellow Jackets defensively. Might need to pull this one back and find some help. Shielded off and cleared away. A bit of pushing and pulling and tugging from behind, and Stewart for the Yellow Jackets draws the foul. Free kick for BW right in front of their own bench. Throw in for the Purple Raiders, and a reminder that this evening's Yellow Jacket women's soccer match is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Couple bounces there in front of Pepper. Here on the left wing. Played it forward, but the Yellow Jackets took it away, and here comes Rice in transition. Just avoiding one tackle. A ball from Donahue, the left center back, looking to the far side to fellow senior Regal. That one's dealt with and cleared out, and a quick substitution here in this one.
Baldwin Wallace substitution number 27, Jillian Neil.
So about 14 minutes played so far for number 25, Maddie Farrell. And the senior checks over to the bench. Checking in for her is number 27, Jillian Neil. And Neil, the last couple matches, one of the players that I had been impressed with what she had done out there. Again, some quality feeds and getting her head up in transition. We'll see what she can do and if she can break the defense tonight. Here is Neil. She turns to the open space, playing ahead of Barth. She's got some speed, but that one well ahead of her. Fairly easy for Godfrey to deal with it. Step over from Winsinger. Just poked away into the middle. Philippi trying to shield off. Neil beat into it. Here's Rapp playing it through in the direction of Decker. Scott comes out and deals with it. It sits up nicely. The shot just getting in the way of it was Kaylee Neal. And if it would have gone to either side of her again, possibly could have been on frame and dangerous with the goalkeeper Scott out. In the white jerseys down there, the Yellow Jackets should be thanking Neal for getting in the way and deflecting that one. That was the best opportunity for really either team so far tonight, as it has been offensively majority Baldwin Wallace. And despite still being 0-0 on the scoreboard, that just shows you how one little play can change the entire pace of the game. 1v1 with the goalkeeper. Scott comes out and trying to dribble around her. Andrea Decker, the junior from Hilliard, went to Hilliard Bradley High School. Not able to get around the freshman Scott. And another crucial play defensively, but there's about 1 minute of dangerous offense from Mount Union. Hadn't seen that yet so far. And they're putting on some pressure that we did not see earlier. I mentioned how just a little bit of time can change so much in this game. Here's Rice. Takes a shot of her own. Would have been tough from that angle, especially with the defender closing in. And Francisconi gets in front, deflects off of her. And now Anna Winsinger, the right back, comes over for the corner. Will hit the outswinger with her right foot. This one headed away at the near post. Winsinger able to run it down. Heavy touch there and not able to deliver on that second ball and cross it in. But out for Yellow Jackets throw. And Mount Union quickly wins it back. Here's Decker in transition. Just slowed down by Philippi. Finds feet. Petracci. Tried to play it forward up to Pepper and going to be last off of Mount Union. Throw for the Yellow Jackets. That one's going to roll all the way through. It was really, that pass was almost more of a 50-50 there. In between Eubanks and Regal on the far side. Rolls all the way through, out for a Mount Union throw. Just past their bench. finding feet, an opportunity to switch it all the way across the field. As Godfrey's wide open here at left back. Takes a touch forward, Rice chasing her down. Finds feet to Thomas. And the hustle there from Winsinger. Ball rolling just a little bit too quickly for her to get to it. Throw for Mount Union. So speed in transition, through ball. That was just a great run there, just off of the shoulder of the defender there from Madison Pepper. Got on the inside of Winsinger. Off that shoulder there of number 20, Kaylee Neal. Rapp looked for her, looked dangerous. If Neal didn't cut that one out, would have seen Pepper into that box and have a great opportunity to put one on frame. But just having a hard time breaking those lines, finding that final through ball at this point for the Purple Raiders. But what was heavily dominated offensively for Baldwin Wallace, really in about the first 10, 15 minutes or so. The last about 5 minutes have started changing just a little bit.
Mount Union has subbed into the game number 19, Kayla Turley.
Substitution for the Purple Raiders, number 19, Kayla Turley. Sophomore midfielder out of Twinsburg is checked in. Donahue trying to shield off and pulled down from behind by Decker. And I'll tell you what, Decker is somebody to watch out for. She is a dangerous goal scorer herself. She has speed. She has quickness. She's pretty aggressive, too. We talked about for the Yellow Jackets, Sydney Rice. And Sydney Rice has 12 goals on the year. Well, on the other side of the field, in black, Andrea Decker, 12 goals of her own. And she actually has 4 assists as well, so currently sitting at 28 points on the year. The really impressive part, she's only had 48 shots on the year coming into this game tonight. That is efficiency at its finest. Stewart from deep, leaning back. And that one sails up and above the goal. We've seen the freshman forward from Blacklick, Ohio, went to Gahanna Lincoln High School. Not really been afraid to shoot from far out this evening. Other couple times she had shot from outside the 18. Again, one where she cut in specifically, looked like she had some room to shoot. Was actually stepped in front of and deflected. That one there, again, just need to get over it a little bit and get it down. Sometimes tough to do so when you got pressure on you and you're going to the side. Here's a foul against the Yellow Jackets, and Mount Union an opportunity for a free kick.
The men's soccer team is currently in action as the team traveled to Alliance for an Ohio Athletic Conference game against the University of Mount Union. That game began at 7 o'clock. Current score is 0-0, 13 minutes into the game.
So looking to float this one into their attacking territory and quickly dealt with. Neal turns. Has plenty of time and plenty of room. Not really much pressure on her, and Jillian Neil looking in the direction of Stewart. Actually took a deflection and will be a throw for BW. Stewart cutting in, showing a little bit of speed. Cutting in again, a nifty little Meg. And taken off of her foot. Unfortunate deflection off the shin guard and will be out for a goal kick. And Oldfield will send this the other direction. But so far up top, in the last little bit, Sydney Rice, haven't called her name too much. Hasn't seen much of the ball in the last couple of minutes. It's actually been Stewart. Looking dangerous and looking confident as well. And a free kick for the Yellow Jackets coming forward to take it. Right center back, Jillian Neil. And from about 50 yards out on the far side. Again, this is a pretty long ball into the box. We'll look to put it in for our teammates to get on it. Actually, a pretty deep line there for Mount Union that they're setting all the way at their PK spot. Rice gets her foot to it, looking for the near post. Didn't get much pace behind it. That one would have been going wide by a couple feet. Getting down to her left and making the save, though, is Oldfield. Barth. And Thomas was playing off of her by a good 4 yards. Winsinger tried to make a run forward. Taken away by Mount Union. Excellent pressure applied there from Kayla Turley. So still 0-0 with about 18.5 minutes here from George Finnie Stadium. Tressel Field on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University. A turn and a shot deflected. Will be a corner for Mount Union. And we're beginning to see chances go both ways.
Corner kick being taken by number 6, Logan Godfrey.
Godfrey will take it with the outswinger on the far side. Delivers this one right on top of the head of Scott. Scott gets a fist to it, punches it on. And it comes all the way back here to the near side of the field. Will be a throw deep in the corner. Back to Godfrey. Turley. And Pepper was looking for Thomas here in the corner. Runs a little bit long. Out of play will be a goal kick for the Yellow Jackets. Mentioned that the men's game is about 7 minutes or so behind this one. Still knotted up at 0-0, so we have a pair of 0-0 games between both the men's and the women's programs. Tracking back the holding midfielder, Philippi. Will be off of her. And a corner for Mount Union.
Logan Godfrey will take the corner for the Purple Raiders.
So from the far side with the outswinger, Godfrey dropped it right on top of the head of Scott. With the inswinger at the near post, dealt with by Donahue. Godfrey a step over as she beats Philippi to it. Doesn't get the power to get into the box, and Neil the first one to it. Thomas has it poked away off of her foot from Neil, but it will be last off of BW, throw for Thomas. And Winsinger dealing with that defensively. Goal kick for the Yellow Jackets.
To compete in the Ohio Athletic Conference Championships, hosted by Wilmington College at 1 o'clock.
Excellent outside of the foot flick there from Stewart. Sends the Yellow Jackets on the break in transition. Neil cutting back. Purple Raiders have recovered well. Have 6 in the box defending. Will be a corner. Winsinger will go all the way across the field. And she'll deliver the in-swinger here in just a moment. And so far in this one, it feels like both teams have done a great job defensively at tracking back and slowing down some of those breaks. But you see the ability in transition from both of these teams. They have the speed and the pace. Once the defenses maybe start to wear down a little bit, something to watch out for in the second half. An excellent ball. It sits right past the 6. Barth got to it with the left foot, put it on frame. It was cut out by the defense. Really right on the goal line. And danger averted there for the Purple Raiders. And that opportunity dissipates for BW. So still 0-0 with just under 15 minutes left to go. It's a long ball, a foot race, Donahue. Ball played into the back post. A little too close to the keeper, and Katie Scott comes out at the 6, commands her box. Regal chased down there by Decker. And can Decker run? Absolutely. Not tall. Only listed at 5'1" on the roster. Again, height-wise, the smallest player out there on the field right now. But she flies all over the field. And some forwards like to just sit up there and not get back on defense. That's a different story with Decker. Again, she's chasing people back into the midfield to win the ball back for her team.
Entering the pitch for Baldwin Wallace, number 2, Bailey Hall. Number 4, Anna Wolfinger.
Into the game for the Yellow Jackets, number 4, Anna Wolfinger. In it right back for number 21, Anna Winsinger. Also into the game, number 2, Bailey Hall. Taking out number 37, Natalie Stewart. Philippi almost tried to fire that one. Thought she was going to take it directly out of the air, but it bounced just before she struck the ball. Was almost lunging forward to get her foot on that one. Doesn't get pace behind it. Not hit with any real conviction. But another opportunity in the box there for BW. They now have 11 shots in this first half so far. 5 of those finding their way on frame. Hall takes it off the side of the face, but goes forward, right in the direction and path of her run. She looks to track that one down, and it was cleared out. But now a throw for BW in the corner. Donahue finds the feet of Scatino. Neil winning it back. Finds Rice. Rice cutting on the right foot. The shot to the far post. Kisses it off the inside. And it finds the back of the net. And there you have it. Sydney Rice. Been quiet for the last 10 minutes or so. Not too many touches. But as soon as it touches her feet, she's thinking shoot. She shot the ball 83 times this year before coming into the game tonight. And not afraid to fire. And it was a smart decision there. Again, just that little chop back to get it from her weaker left foot to her stronger right foot. Oldfield tried to get over to her right as quickly as she could, but when you put it over right into that corner, again, it hits that post. It's tough to get over to if you're a goalkeeper. And got the friendly bounce. There you have it. The Yellow Jackets find themselves up 1-0. It took about 29 minutes for us to find. Actually, excuse me, it took us actually about 34 minutes to find the first goal in this one tonight.
The men's and women's swimming and diving teams are back in action on Saturday, October 30th, when the teams travel to Delaware for a non-conference meet against Ohio Wesleyan University at 1 o'clock.
So the goal coming in the 34th minute for Sydney Rice gives her 13 on the year. And now it's a matter of how both of these teams will respond. Again, the most dangerous times, the most likely times of giving up a goal, really in the first 5 or last 5 minutes of any half, on dead ball stoppages, as well as when you just scored a goal. But defensively, the Yellow Jackets getting back. Doing well there. Opportunity here in transition if Hall can find Rice. Rice getting upfield, tracking back, a little bit of contact. Nothing to scream about or be upset about there. Rice was just dispossessed, and excellent hustle back there from Mount Union as that in transition looked dangerous. For Mount Union on the other side, how do you respond? Substitution for the Purple Raiders prior to this goal kick. Checking out is number 22, Andrea Decker.
Earlier substitution was number 9, Carolyn Bacheri.
And we'll see a lot more of Decker here tonight. Again, mentioned she's such a talented goal scorer and a threat offensively. But why not rest her here towards the end of the first half, because you're going to need her in the second half, down 1. And I don't blame her if she would be a little bit tired right now. She is all over the field. Rice drops it back to Neil. Jillian Neil finds Philippi. Philippi has an opportunity to maybe switch the field here. Instead lays it back to Donahue. Here comes Mount Union. Mary Double subbed in for Decker. She's taken off of her foot there in transition. So an update with the other scores around the conference. Mentioned that Otterbein up at Ohio Northern, and then that is quite a battle of two heavyweights. Otterbein first in the conference. Ohio Northern third in the conference. 10 minutes left to go in the half there and knotted up at 0-0. So both of these two teams waiting in the wings and lurking at 4 and 5. Again, something of interest there as Otterbein has a tough test, but nobody's been able to take them down so far this year. Will it be Ohio Northern, or will the Cardinals get the best of the Polar Bears? Again, also mentioned just as a reminder that that is the next opponent for Mount Union. That game coming on Saturday. As for the next opponent for the Yellow Jackets, this next Saturday, the last game of the regular season, will be against Marietta. And Marietta currently playing against Muskingum. Both of those teams have not won in the conference yet. But that one currently is 0-0. The game is going in the direction of Marietta. They keep getting the shots and the shots on goal. Just haven't found the back of the net yet. We'll give you an update there once anything's changed with the scoring. A couple substitutions. But here comes Barth. Just poked away, out for a throw. Here's Rice on her left foot. She wants a shot. It's deflected. Purple Raiders, an opportunity to clear. Instead, Michelina Rush, who just checked in, pulled back from behind. And a free kick for the Yellow Jackets. The Purple Raiders not happy with it. Again, that one pretty obvious there on the far side. Mentioned Rush had just come in, as well as number 24, Allie Watling. So Wolfinger will go over from right back to the far side of the field and hit the in-swinger. Again, an opportunity here to at least think about, I know it's a tighter angle, to at least think about getting it up and over the wall and looking for that near post, or can put it right in the box and treat it like a corner. Takes the deflection off of the wall, out for a corner kick. Wolfinger will stay over on that far side and deliver it into the middle. Ball floated up right at the back post. 50-50 ball, and thought maybe Rush, who was lurking there on the back post, had an opportunity to get to it. Skims off of the top of a Purple Raider head and out for a corner here on the near side. And Wolfinger will now hit the outswinger with just over 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. Rush, half volley, wraps her right foot around it, leaning back, and sails that one high. Goal kick, Mount Union. Wilmington is at Capital right now, and an update there. Capital has a 1-0 lead in that one. Wilmington sitting in the 6th position in the conference, just behind the Yellow Jackets. And Capital in that number 2 spot, splitting Otterbein and Ohio Northern at the moment. Thomas in the middle. Bumped from Barth. Official near that one. Now an opportunity for Mount Union right in the middle of the field, 40 yards out from the goal. Maybe can drop this one right on a runner. Instead, really optimistic, trying to find the top corner. And Godfrey not too far off. Nearly had it drop down. It just went over the bar. Scott was there, got her hand up, and hits the top of the net. And a goal kick for BW. Again, would have been really difficult to beat Scott there. But with about a minute left, why not take a shot, I guess? It is tough right when you're in the middle of the field. Again, it's easier from the outside because you can hit just a driven ball, or you can whip it in. When you're in the middle of the field, you almost have to dink it into that box or think of something a little clever. So a lot more difficult when it's a little farther out of shooting range. 14 seconds left, ball played down the line and going to run out for a goal kick, and that should really do it for the first half here. A 1-0 lead going into the halftime break for Baldwin Wallace. And a battle between two teams in the middle of the table here in the OAC. And the goal courtesy of Sydney Rice in the 34th minute. And we're going to take a break here on BWYellowJackets.com, the home of all Yellow Jacket athletics. Again, I'm Cole McDaniel. Thanks for watching and listening here on BWYellowJackets.com. And we will take this break. We'll be back in about 14 and a half minutes. Talk about some first half stats, recap the goal, and then we will get the concluding final 45 minutes. We'll be right back. And both teams have made their way back onto the field. Officials from the locker room back onto the field as well. And we're about to get this second half underway. The kickoff for Mount Union. For those of you just joining in, you're watching and listening live on bwyellowjackets.com. I'm Cole McDaniel. Good to be with you. And the Yellow Jackets, the hosts in this one, currently hold a 1-0 lead. Shot there right down the middle from Sydney Rice, saved by Oldfield. Comfortable, easy catch there for her. And the goal scorer on the evening is the one who just took that shot, Rice, picking up the goal in the 34th minute. She found herself just about 30 yards out. She was on her left foot, chopped back, got to her right foot, and then struck it. A beautiful strike as she worked her way forward from about, it was probably a good 25 yards away, and tucked it in to that bottom near side corner. Found that post, just kissed off of the inside of the post and hit the back of the net. A great finish, and that's currently just where we stand at the moment. Yellow Jackets have had the majority of the shots getting into the offensive third. 15 in total, 7 on frame. Of course, don't have any possession stats here, and at least at our disposal here in college soccer in the OAC, but would have to assume the Yellow Jackets have probably had a good 60% of the possession, at least a little bit in their favor. There has been a lot of back and forth as here is Stewart. Gets to it in the box. Cleared away by Mount Union. Mount Union 6 shots themselves, 2 on goal. They've looked dangerous in transition at times. One time Katie Scott had to come out of the goal. And actually there was an opportunity with an empty net basically. Defenders just tracking back to get a shot off, and Neil was there to deflect it for BW. Averted some serious danger, as well as the very quick goal scorer, number 22, Andrea Decker. Got 1v1 with Scott. Tried to dribble around her to her left. And Scott just got the ball. Tripped her up a little bit. Again, winning it with the feet. Again, just those 2 opportunities. As it was 0-0 at that point. Could have definitely swung the game in Mount Union's favor, but instead remained 0-0. And the Yellow Jackets came back down the other end and were able to finally break that deadlock. These teams starting out with, at least for the Yellow Jackets, they had the same starting lineup they had in the first half. One thing different here in the start of the second half from the first half. In the midfield right now, number 19, Kayla Turley. Again, she was a sub in that first half. She's got the start here of the second. Down there in the middle. For the Yellow Jackets at center attacking mid, number 25, Maddie Farrell. She had a short little run out as she's actually called with the foul there. Played a little bit less than 15 minutes in the first half. And then was subbed out for number 27, Jillian Neil. Again, Neil seemed to do a really good job of filling in for her there in the middle. We'll see if Farrell gets some more time here in the second. The men's game between these two teams in alliance all knotted up at 0-0. That one's still at halftime. They're about 2 minutes away from kicking off the second half. Was giving some OAC women's soccer updates as well before halftime. The only game we weren't able to get to here was Heidelberg at John Carroll, and Heidelberg at halftime had a 1-0 lead over the Blue Streaks. Of course, the Blue Streaks were one of the most recent opponents here for BW. Faced off last week, that crosstown rivalry. Johnston launches it down the field. Here's Winsinger for BW. She releases Barth down the field. Barth turning on the Jets. Gets to it. Ball almost gets caught under her foot. Trips her up a little bit. Taken away by Godfrey. Philippi to Barth. Here's Rice. Rice onto her right foot from way out. Not able to get any flight on that ball. Takes about 2 or 3 skips. And straight in the hands of Oldfield.
Access through the BW Athletics website at bwyellowjackets.com. Results are posted within an hour after most athletic events.
Getting down the left wing, cutting in, and a big tackle there in the middle. I think that's going to be a point to the spot, and it is. A penalty for Mount Union as Winsinger stepped in front. She dangled that right leg, and that's always dangerous. And it was a heavy touch. Ball was going quite a ways away from the attacker, but that one very obvious. And an excellent call from the official again. No hesitation. Points to the spot. And stepping up to take it is Molly Eubanks, the sophomore from New Concord. She fires. She finds the back of the net. And there we are, knotted up at 1-1 early in the first half here from George Finnie Stadium. And just like that, the complexion of this game has totally changed. The Yellow Jackets, in what was a very close first half, seemed like they had momentum swinging their way, and that just shifts momentum a little bit here and on the road. Just gives Mount Union even that much more belief. They can, again, get this win here on the road. The Yellow Jackets have been on a bit of a win streak themselves. Been 4 straight wins. They were trying to make it 5 tonight. Still plenty of time to play. 37.5 minutes left in the second half between these two. Also, if it's still knotted up at 1-1, the end of the 45 minutes, we could see this one go to overtime. Ball in the middle. Scatino first to it. Opportunity to shield this one out. And Miller will take the throw. Regal down the line for Rice. Rice about a step behind. And that's a little bit of an unfortunate call there from Mount Union. Yes, there was some contact. It almost looked like Rice got herself tripped up there in the turf. Goes to ground and will be a free kick for BW. An opportunity for Winsinger to come across. And after conceding the penalty, and really having the foul go against her that resulted in the goal for Mount Union. Can she put in this in-swinger, drop it in about the 6, get a runner onto it, and maybe pick up an assist here? An excellent position. Instead, floating it to the back post. That one nearly in. Just tipped off of the fingertips of Oldfield. The crossbar, the friend of Oldfield, and between her fingertips and tipping it onto the bar. It stays lurking around the back post, but last going to be off of Mount Union. And a corner now for Winsinger and the Yellow Jackets. And that one was just floating and hanging up and just dropping right at the perfect moment. I was talking about her maybe getting an assist, but nearly a goal to her name there. Still 1-1. Up on top of the head of Oldfield and commanding her 6 is the freshman goalkeeper from Liberty Township. Played at Lakota East High School. Here's the run. The shot with the left foot. Into the hands of Katie Scott, and thought there might have been an opportunity there for Madison Pepper to play it across into the box. As Decker was there running onto it, instead opted to take the shot from a bit of a tough angle there from the near post. And now we have a substitution for BW.
Number 27, Jillian Neil.
So another quick run out here in the second half for Maddie Farrell. Again, perhaps nursing a bit of an injury. Still okay to play today, but want to make sure that she is healthy. So maybe playing on some limited minutes here in this one. So plenty of time tonight for number 27, Jillian Neil, the sophomore midfielder from Fairlawn, went to Copley High School. Here's another substitution, and Winsinger will go to the bench, and Wolfinger comes in.
Substitution for the Purple Raiders, number 15, Alana Petracci. And in the game for the Yellow Jackets, number 4, Anna Wolfinger.
Regal leaning back, a little bit more of a chip. It had some backspin. Drops in between the 6 and the PK spot. And one hops in the hands of Riley Oldfield. Out for a goal kick.
Tonight's game is being webcast on the BW Athletics website at bwyellowjackets.com with Cole McDaniel calling all the action. You can view all BW home games on the website.
Tonight's Yellow Jacket women's soccer match is being brought to you by the Oswald Company. For all of your insurance and risk management needs, Truck Rotuno and OE Connections LLC, your global automotive technology provider, and Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Throw in finds Neil. Neil shielding off. Plays a diagonal ball towards the back post. I don't think Barth was expecting that one to split the defense there and be in her direction. A late break towards that one, and Oldfield easily gets to the ball first. Philippi down the line in the direction of Rice. Last off of Rice, throw for Mount Union. Right in front of the Yellow Jackets bench. Down the line and a slight shove in the back from Wolfinger. And a free kick for the Purple Raiders. 30 minutes left to go here in the first half. And the update from Alliance. 7 minutes played in the second half between the men's programs, and still 0-0 there. Neil intercepts it, coming in transition. Off of that deflection there, numbers getting back for Mount Union. Ball played towards Regal. And just stepping around that one, letting it run, is the experienced defender there, Cassidy Miller. Throw in for Miller, looking down the line. Checking two there. A settle and the flick over the head from Decker. This one takes a hop. Awkward for Donahue. And unfortunate for Decker as it catches her foot. Donahue keeps possession of the ball and room to dribble up the field. Play it to the back post and looking all the way across field in the direction of Barth. Here's Rice. Back to Wolfinger. Wolfinger floats it in the direction of Stewart, and that one a good 10 yards to the right of where Stewart would be able to get to it. Takes a hard hop off of the turf. Skips directly out for a goal kick. Scatino looking for Regal. That one going to be running a little bit hard there. Out for a throw. Here's Jillian Neil again with some excellent hold-up play. Just shielding off, waiting for a runner and waiting for help. Another throw for BW. Finding Neil, cutting in. Here's Rice. Rice looking for some room to shoot. Cutting back to her left foot, firing, it's deflected. And Miller clears it. Bombs that one down the field. It takes a hop, past midfield. Stays in bounds and rolls another 15 yards down the field. Throw for Scatino. Looking for Regal. And some tight pressure on her back there from the goal scorer for Mount Union, number 8, Molly Eubanks. Foul there and a free kick now for Kaylee Neal. Donahue, back to Wolfinger. Lots of space for her there from right back. Playing it down the field to Rice. Rice giving chase. Francisconi, junior defender there from Olmsted Falls. And Olmsted Falls just right down Bagley here from Berea. Gets that one out. And substitutions for Mount Union.
Number 10, Jillian Pigeon.
Number 10, Jillian Pigeon. checks in for the Purple Raiders. That one going to be played out by Wolfinger. Played it straight back towards that corner. Will roll over the end line. And will be a corner kick for the Purple Raiders.
This is Logan Godfrey taking the corner.
Godfrey with the in swinger. Readjust the ball. Looking to deliver into the middle. One just skips through there and will be out for a goal kick. And looked to be a dangerous ball. I feel like here in the second half we're seeing a lot more of just playing the ball down long down the field rather than finding feet, and it's really been from both teams, again, launching it. Again, what was really working towards the latter part of the first half, it felt like when both teams had the ball on the floor or going in transition, set up some dangerous opportunities for both. Free kick, and putting this one into the box is Tegan Johnston. Cleared out by BW. Handball on Philippi. Takes a hop right in front of her, catches her right arm. And a free kick from the middle of the field from about 40 yards out. Again, right in the middle, a little bit more difficult unless you're playing this short. Have to maybe try to drop this in between that penalty spot and the 6. If not, an opportunity to at least maybe fire on frame. That's a good ball looking to the back post. Just a couple yards ahead of Decker. And off of this turf, again, as soon as it hits, it's going to skip out pretty quickly. And it does there. Goal kick now for BW. Sarah Thomas goes to the bench. Into the game, Kayla Turley. Turley and Barth go shoulder to shoulder. Turley a little off balance there, and contact. Going to ground. Draws the foul. And a free kick again for Mount Union. This one a little bit deeper. It's about 48 yards out here. Some more room to drop it down, and that one a dangerous ball. Skips back off of the head of Scatino, taking a bounce inside the 6, and Katie Scott dives on it. Still 1-1. Halfway through the second half, and we do have a goal update. Mount Union on senior night. Men's program's gone up 1-0 over Baldwin Wallace. Rice cutting in. Poked away from her. Long ball down the field. Donahue chests that. Again, Andrea Decker just lurking every time a defender takes a touch there here on that left-hand side of the field for BW. Some more score updates around the OAC. Heidelberg now has a 2-0 lead over John Carroll. Capital also has a 2-0 lead over Wilmington.
Baldwin Wallace substitutions, number 2, Bailey Hall. Number 24, Allie Watling.
Allie Watling and Bailey Hall checking the game for BW. And there is a score update as Otterbein haven't lost in the conference yet. A perfect 7-0. We'll touch on this in just a second and give you a score update. That one actually cleared away. What looked to be maybe a dangerous opportunity to whip that ball across the 6. Instead recycled out. Keeping possession is BW. So mentioned that Otterbein, here's the score update on this one. They're 13-1 overall. They're 7-0 in the conference. And they are currently in a position where they're down. Just about 25 minutes left to go in the second half. Up in Ada. Find themselves down 1-0 to the Polar Bears. Again, very respectable opponent. The Polar Bears sitting in third in the conference. A tough team, but Otterbein in for a test themselves. So something interesting to pay attention to again at the top of the table. And the other one to give an update on, Marietta has taken a lead over Muskingum. As this one's in the middle of the field and dangerous. Barreled over from behind. Awkward there for Donahue to try to deal with it as she was on the ground. Picked up from Andrea Decker. And mentioned that Decker just seems so dangerous and such a goal-scoring threat every time she gets on the ball. Little bit of contact. No call from the official. And results in a goal as Decker looks for that back post and finds the back of the net there. And there you have it, a 2-1 advantage for the Purple Raiders on the road after finding themselves down a goal at half.
Substitution for Mount Union is number 7, Madison Pepper.
And was just going to give you another update from around the conference. Mentioned that the Yellow Jackets' next opponent, the Marietta Pioneers, who hadn't won yet in the conference so far this year, find themselves up 2-0 over Muskingum. Looking to get their first win before facing the Yellow Jackets to end the conference schedule. But can't look ahead to Marietta yet because Mount Union, again, playing very tough here. This is a big game. Mentioned before, this is a big one between these two teams. Here's now a free kick for the Yellow Jackets, finding themselves down a goal. Wolfinger will step up to take this 30 yards out. And this is about that perfect distance out. Always love to hit this one here. Get up and over that wall, drop it down at the near post, and she does. Just doesn't drop quick enough. She was looking for that upper corner in the left-hand side of the goal. And it sails over by about 2 feet or so. Pretty close from getting it down. But that's about that perfect distance. When you're around that 18, it is definitely tough to get it up and over the wall and then get it down. But once you back up and you have a good about 8-10 yards of space to work with, it makes it a lot easier to get it up and over that wall and get it down. And again, you saw that there from Wolfinger. Again, very close.
Dan Andrews in Olympic Forest Products, Medical Mutual of Ohio, and the Oswald Company.
So under 20 minutes left to go. Here from George Finnie Stadium, Tressel Field on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University. I would have to assume that as we see the clock tick away, especially if the Yellow Jackets find themselves still down a goal as we approach that 10-minute mark in the final 10 minutes, expect that intensity and the physicality between these two to continue to pick up. Again, Mount Union just have the feeling they're not going to let off. They've got a great record this year, have had a solid season. 9-5-1, 5-2 in the conference. The Yellow Jackets going to be hungry to get that goal and try to tie this one up. With the way this game has been played, would not be surprised if we see quite the finish here between these two. As in many ways, it feels like they've been very evenly matched. A bit back and forth. Again, mentioned that the Yellow Jackets have had the majority of the shots. 20 compared to 9 for Mount Union. 11 on frame for BW, 4 on frame for the Purple Raiders. And that penalty they had just started swinging momentum a little bit. And then finally Decker was able to capitalize. Just felt like she was lurking and again finding some open space just to the right of Katie Scott to fire. Here comes Mount Union in transition, a foot race. Kaylee Neal going to get over to it first. Just a couple steps ahead of Decker. Going to be out for a BW throw. Scatino comes back to take it. Finds Regal, and Regal playing it up in the air. It's headed down by Miller. Play on. And this one going to be last off of Mount Union. Goal kick. And a substitution for Mount Union.
Molly Eubanks back in the game for Mount.
Molly Eubanks with a goal to her name. Converting on the penalty kick, checks back in. Watling finds Rice. Rice flicks it over to Barth. Barth down the line. Hall turns. An interesting call there. As she turned, Mount Union looked to be the last one to touch that one. Again, the line judge, closest person there. From up here, it looked like it would have been last off of Mount Union. Instead, throw for Mount Union. So possibly a slight deflection we couldn't see up here, or just a missed call. But overall, officials have been letting them play through some physicality. But anything that has been quite obvious, again, they have been on top of as well. Controlled this game fairly well, and Bailey Hall will go to the bench, checking in.
Returning to the pitch for the Yellow Jackets
At the left wing spot is number 8, Michelina Rush. Wolfinger up from right back, delivers the cross in, low, it's deflected away, and some great hustle there on the far side, and that's important. Little plays like that just made from Molly Eubanks. It was nearly out of play, looking like it was going to be a corner. She got over to it, just played it out of bounds for a throw. It's always better to deal with a throw than deal with a corner. That cross into the middle was sitting up in the 6, right in front of frame. Rush was close to it. And the Purple Raiders deal with it. And Oldfield can push her team forward. Mentioned the short run outs at the beginning of the halves for Maddie Farrell. It looks like the senior attacking midfielder is standing over on the sideline looking to check in here as we quickly approach the final 10 minutes. And BW still finds themselves down a goal. Barth settles and takes a touch out in front of her. Chopping it back, an opportunity to lay it off to Wolfinger. And here will be that substitution. Checking in is Farrell. And checking out is Barth.
Maddie Farrell is back in the game for Baldwin Wallace.
Here's Rice. Gets the left foot shot off low and getting over to her left. A great dive and an excellent save there from Oldfield. Rice ran a good 20 yards or so. 15 yards, just dragging defenders across the field. Going to her left with her weaker left foot. Again, she can fire with either foot. She showed it there. Played it back across her body. And at full stretch, Oldfield again. Not only a great job getting to it, but hauled it in. Didn't bounce off of her, didn't have to parry it. So no opportunity for a rebound there for BW. Turn from Rice. Cutting back to the left foot. Slight deflection there. Looks to cross it. Last off of Lauren Francisconi out for a Yellow Jackets corner. And Wolfinger will hit the outswinger from the far corner. And we've officially hit the last 10 minutes in this half. In the middle, Watling gets up to it first. Rush. Bouncing around. Rush will get out to it here on the near side. Keeps it in. Finds Scatino. In the corner, just shielding it off, splitting two defenders and taken away by Miller. Only cleared as far as Philippi, though. And cleared all the way down the field. Scott going to be able to come out. She's going to pick it up. Should be able to just roll it out to one of her defenders. If they want to come back and play it around. Instead, launch it down the field. And Philippi first to the 50-50 ball. And room to work. This is where Decker seems to be dangerous. But she's up against a very talented defender in Donahue. She does cut back. Neil gets the header at the near post. Pressure being applied on her. Last off of the toe of Decker. Just barely catches her out for a BW throw. Several substitutions.
Subbing in the game for Mount Union is number 9, Carolyn Bocherry. And entering the game for Baldwin Wallace is number 37, Natalie Stewart.
Number 9, Carolyn Bocherry checks into the game for Mount Union. Into the game for Baldwin Wallace is number 37, Natalie Stewart, and she takes off the right back, Anna Wolfinger. So now at this point, looks like the Yellow Jackets and Coach Jim Whitekin in his 5th year as the head coach of Baldwin Wallace, looking to push some more forward and play with 3 defenders now. And why not? OAC tournament here coming up quickly. Playing at home or going on the road definitely matters. This is a crucial last 7.5 minutes in the second half. Here's a throw for BW on the far sideline. Barth going to check in. And Watling will go to the bench.
Ella Barth, number 6, returns to the field for the Yellow Jackets.
Throw in to Barth. Plays it back to Neil. Neil looking in the direction of Farrell. Skips past her, and they are able to get to it. Philippi to Regal. Scatino down the line. Awkward there. Out of play for a throw. Regal cutting in. Playing it back to Rush. Rush. Can she play it across the 6? No, but it is deflected there. Last off of Mount Union. Results in a corner kick. So usually the corner taker for the Yellow Jackets is one of the two right backs. It's either Anna Winsinger or it's Anna Wolfinger. And so confusion there between the Yellow Jackets as both of their normal corner kick takers are out. As they subbed in an extra attacker for right back there. So Sydney Rice goes over to take it. She drops in a beautiful ball right at the back post. Barth looked like she was going to be on top of it and have an opportunity to fire. No. Riley Oldfield jumps on it there. And a very dangerous ball after the confusion of who was going to take it. We find ourselves still a 2-1 Purple Raider lead with 5.5 minutes left to go on bwyellowjackets.com, and a substitution now for Mount Union. And the official not letting the substitution happen, or maybe missed it. And here is that substitution now.
Back in the game for Mount Union, number 15, Alana Petracci.
Alana Petracci back in at forward for the Purple Raiders. As we wait for this throw in, a reminder that tonight's Yellow Jacket women's soccer match is being brought to you by Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Scatino in the direction of Rice, who flicks it on to Rush. Rush in a foot race here. Just beat into it. The clearance from Francisconi hits into the shins of Rush. Will be last off of BW. Out for a goal kick. An opportunity to really waste a little bit of time if you're the goalkeeper. Oldfield. She'll take it over to the far side before she sets it. Just runs a good 5 to 10 seconds off the clock before she sends this one down the field. Scatino pressured from behind. It's taken off of her by Decker. Back to Scott. Scott needs to clear it. Doesn't get much distance on it, but at least gets it out of the danger from that pressure being applied from Decker. Throw from Mount Union deep into their attacking third. And looks like the Yellow Jackets want to bring in number 27, Jillian Neil, on the next dead ball, next opportunity they have. The turn, an excellent turn there, playing it all the way down to the corner flag, and that one's going to just slowly roll and trickle out for a goal kick. Here is that opportunity for the substitution, and Neil will come in. And Neil will come in for Michelina Rush.
Number 27, Jillian Neil.
Barth. Foot race in the corner. Can she save it? And yes, just holding it up in the corner, shielding it off. Played last off of Yellow Jackets. Kaylee Neal poked it away from Madison Pepper. And great hustle to keep it in play and then hold it up in the corner. Under 2 minutes left to go here from George Finnie Stadium. And buried deep into their own end. Again, need to get it to that attacking side. Maybe can get another shot off, at least another opportunity. But just trying to find a way to get it out right now. The clearance from Farrell, only as far as the 30-yard line on the football hashes. Here come the Yellow Jackets in transition. Rice avoids a tackle. Really 4v4 going the other way. That pass just deflected and hits off of a black jersey. Philippi trying to find Scatino in space. Scatino does get to it. Neal. Some excellent hold-up play once again. Turns to her right. Bit of contact. Fires a shot. Curling to the back post. Again, a slow roller. And scooped up by Oldfield. So under a minute left to go. Punt away. Philippi wins the 50-50, but not the second ball. Big shove there from Neal. Just trying to go straight through number 15, Petroschi. Turn here, opportunity for left foot shot. And that one floats up and above the frame of the goal. A goal kick now with 20 seconds left to go. The Yellow Jackets have to go quick here, and they need to win this one. It's actually won by Mount Union. And Neal playing it up the field, and that really should do it. 10 seconds left to go. A throw in for Mount Union, and that will do it. Down 1-0 at halftime, and the Purple Raiders score 2 in the second half, and they win this one by a score of 2-1. What a hard-fought game and a comeback there. First goal coming in the 34th minute, courtesy of Sydney Rice. In the second half, a foul on the left wing there as cutting in was Pepper, and she was taken down by the leg that was dangling out there from right back Anna Winsinger. Penalty was called, and Molly Eubanks stepped up to the spot, buried it, making it 1-1 in the 52nd minute. And then the final goal and the game-winning goal coming in the 71st minute from Andrea Decker. She looked dangerous all night. She scored her 13th goal of the season, and that is how it wraps up here. So Mount Union, they improve to 10-5-1 overall and 6-2 in the OAC. The Yellow Jackets fall to 9-9 overall and 4-4 in the conference. So that ends a 4-game win streak for BW. But they have one more game left here in the regular season on the road at Marietta. Again, that is one to watch out for again as the Yellow Jackets looking to get right back on track before the OAC tournament. Again, you can make sure to check out everything here on bwyellowjackets.com. The recap, the stats, everything on this game, again, on the home for all Baldwin Wallace athletics. For myself, Cole McDaniel, I want to thank everybody for watching and listening here tonight. Have a great evening, and I'll be back with you this weekend for some men's soccer action.